Surprise! Chrissy Teigen and John Legend welcome baby number 4. Model 37 shares snap of son born via surrogate. Just 5 months after arrival of daughter Esti, and 2 years after losing baby Jack. So happy to tell the world he is here. Chrissy Teigen and John Legend have announced the arrival of their 4th child, a son named Ren Alexander Stevens, who was born via surrogate. The couple shocked fans with news of their latest addition on Wednesday, in a touching Instagram post containing adorable photos of their newborn. The proud parents had not shared with fans until now that they were expecting another child, but filled followers in on all the details leading up to the birth in their post. Their child was born on June 19, 2023, and his middle name was inspired by his surrogate Alexandra. Ren's arrival comes just months after Chrissy, 37, and her husband, 44, welcomed their 3rd child together, a daughter named Esti. The couple are also parents to daughter Luna, 7, and son Miles, 4. The happy news came nearly 2 years after she and John lost their son Jack, 20 weeks into her pregnancy. She later revealed that her late son's passing was the result of a life-saving abortion, not a miscarriage as she originally stated. In her lengthy post, Chrissy mentioned her late son Jack, and described the surrogacy process, and watching Alexandra, the most beautiful woman, give birth to her child. Chrissy also described undergoing IVF again and becoming pregnant with Esti. Despite initially not wanting to carry another child after losing Jack, she was even pregnant at the same time as Alexandra. Chrissy first learned she was expecting Esti, and not long after Alexandra became pregnant with Ren. For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted 4 children. As a little girl, 2 glowworms and 2 Cabbage Patch dolls were perpetually in my arms, helping me stir in my pretend kitchen, watching Elf with me. We'd sleep together nightly, each getting the same amount of kisses as to not make the others jealous. My mom always searched for the pound puppy with 4 pups in her pouch, having no qualms about opening and peeking inside before purchasing. After losing Jack, I didn't think I'd be able to carry any more babies on my own. To be honest, I've personally blocked out a lot of my mindset during that time. That one clear memory is being surrounded by people who wanted to make sure I wouldn't go through that pain and loss again. In 2021, we reached out to a surrogacy agency, with our first correspondence inquiring about perhaps having 2 tandem surrogates, to each bring us a healthy baby boy or girl. Twins kinda at some point, early in our surrogacy journey. I came out of a therapy session, walked downstairs and said to John, I want to try to carry just one more time. If it doesn't work, we will be okay. We've already seen the worst. I promised I would be okay no matter what happened. I remember saying I just couldn't go on wondering my whole life if I should have tried again. And so we restarted the IVF process. The same process that gave us our beautiful Luna and Miles. We made new embryos. We did my transfer, and we're so happy to learn it worked. We were pregnant with our little girl, Esti. Around this time, we also met the most incredible, loving, compassionate surrogate we could ever imagine, Alexandra. I knew she was a perfect match for us the moment we spoke to her. All our wishes and dreams aligned. I wanted to be her friend. I wanted our children to play. I wanted dinner together. I wanted to lay my head on her belly and be able to feel the hiccups and kicks. I wanted them to be in our lives for as long as time would allow. The first embryo we tried with Alex didn't survive, and I will never forget how hard she fought to get ready for a second transfer. How much she gave up of her own body surgeries to get scar tissue cleared. The mental toll it takes to go through all of that for yourself, much less for other people. Not wanting to rush the process, we took a breath and were just patient. I laid around, enjoying the first trimester of my pregnancy, with of course a little bit of fear. That isn't any different from any other expecting couple. As we crept toward the safe zone of my own pregnancy, we were overjoyed to learn Alexandra had become pregnant with a little boy. Our little boy. We ate hot pot to celebrate, watched Vanderpump Rules with our growing bellies, our families blending into one for the past year. Chrissy described Ren's birth and profusely thanked Alexandra for carrying their little boy. His middle name, Alexander, was inspired by his surrogate's name. Just minutes before midnight on June 19th, I got to witness the most beautiful woman, my friend, our surrogate, give birth amidst a bit of chaos, but with strength and pure joy and love. We want to say thank you for this incredible gift you have given us, Alexandra, and we are so happy to tell the world he is here, with a name forever connected to you, Ren Alexander Stevens. Our hearts and our home are officially full. And to our Jack, we know both their angel kisses are from you. John shared the good news with photos of the child, including one of him with all 4 of his tykes. Ren Alexander Stevens, our new love. He captioned the snaps. The happy news comes almost 2 years after Chrissy and John tragically lost Jack 20 weeks into her pregnancy. Chrissy shared the heartbreaking news with her Instagram followers shortly after the horrific experience, and posted photos of herself in the hospital, mourning the loss of her baby. Not long afterwards, she revealed she would be unable to carry a child again. "I love being pregnant so much, and I'm sad I never will be again," she posted on Instagram. Despite the loss, Chrissy expressed gratitude for her other 2 children, both of whom were conceived via IVF. "I'm so lucky for that," she told People in 2021. "I just think of it in terms of how blessed I am already. And also there are so many ways to have a child nowadays. Whether it's surrogacy or adoption. Coming to terms with not being able to carry again is still really difficult for me, because I feel so healthy. I'm like, why? But then I think about it as my uterus is just not cooperating with me, and it's not a failure." In keeping with Thai tradition, the hands-on parents planted a tree in their house to honor Jack. "It's important for us in Thai tradition that we always embrace the ones we've lost, and they're never, ever gone." This tree being planted inside the home. "The whole reason why I wanted it was so Jack's ashes could be in that soil, and he could be with us all the time and grow through the beautiful leaves in this tree," she said. "The way Miles and Luna talk about him is so beautiful and reminds me of when I was little, talking to my grandpa, who was just sitting bedside next to my mom in a little urn," she said. "It's all beautiful, and I love that tradition carries down."